What up, everybody? Josh Hatter here with another episode of the T-Table at Darkside Games Las Vegas. Today we're going to look at Arceus Charizard Pidgeot. Obviously a deck that in the short-lived format here, it has been taking everything by storm. It's making Lost Spell decks play like Shaman V in it, and they are trying to counter as quick as possible as Charizard beats grass. But this list in particular is from Twitter user Fuko. I'm not really sure how to say the rest of it, and I don't want to butcher it too hard, but their Twitter will be linked in the description of this video, so make sure you check that out. Plus, if you look at the deck on your screen right now, that is how their deck basically looks IRL, except they got the cooler Charmanders and Pidgeots and Pidgeys, and their deck looks amazing. Make sure you check that out only for that. But we're going to jump right on into the deck, and we're going to see how it performs and how everything does what it does. Sorry about that there. So we're going to switch this over here. That's not my bad. But we're obviously going to start with Arceus V. By now, you should know what Arceus does. Search your deck for 3 basic energy cards. Tap into your V. Shelf your deck. So you cannot attach to Charizard. Do remember that. The more EXs we get, the more, you got to remember, oh, can't really power that up. But still, powerful combination. You got the Power Edge we don't want to be using too much. Then evolve into Arceus VSTAR himself. This beautiful gold Crown Zenith Arceus. Trinity Nova. 200, same attack there. But it does do damage, so you can power up your other Arceus. And it does have the ability Starbirth, 1 V-Star a game. Just search for 2 cards. So it just helps you set up, get out, rare candy basically, for your Charizard or your Pidgeot. And if you notice too, it is a 4-4 line, because that's like your super early main attacker. Sometimes you got 4-3, sometimes even 3-3. But you kind of lead Arceus, and then Charizard comes in with its massive HP and just like destroys your opponent. With its attack and ability. Its ability is really, really crazy too. So let us take a look there. We got Charmander. Obviously the Charmander used in the actual list is a different one, I believe. But here in the States, we're going to have this Charmander that does Heat Tackle. I'm not sure if the one from the Elite Trainer box is that one that was in the list. So if it was, let me know below. And that was on me. And I can, we can make a note to use that one. They do have one copy Charmeleon, because sometimes, you know what, you do still need to play Stage 1 Heat Tackle. But then we got the man himself, the Pokemon. Obsidian Flames is built around the Pokemon that has only received a couple printings in the last 3 months. That is going to be Charizard EX. It's a terrestrial Pokemon, so it has the built-in ability, so it cannot be shut off by Pad Speak or anything. So all those Pokemon's under bench prevent all damage to it by attacks, yours and your opponents. So, sorry Greninja. Sorry Urshifu VMAX. You ain't touching me. We got the ability Infernal Rain. When you play this Pokemon from your hand, evolve on your Pokemon on your turn. Search your deck for 3 fire and basic energy and tap in your Pokemon any way you like. So, it obviously powers up your Charizard or Arceus too. So you can even use Arceus V-Star to get Rare Candy Charizard and you power up your Arceus. So even if you miss the turn 1 energy, which, as we all know, is crazy when you're playing an Arceus deck. You need that turn 1 energy. It still lets you just power it up there. And Burning Darkness 2 fire. This attack doesn't look like much, but if you think about it, it's pretty wild. 180 plus 30 for each prize card your opponent's taking. So that means when your opponent's taking 2 prizes, you're doing 240, 270, 300. You're in 300 plus there. And they take 330 if they've taken 5. We've seen Pokemon do that in the past. We got Shaman V, the actual counter, 2 Charizard that people are playing, which is funny. It does the same attack. Various other Pokemon like Galarian Moltres is the non-V version. It's done as well. Definitely a powerful attack. And the card looks cool. All versions of this Charizard has 4 printings. They all look cool. I wish you look at pre-releases, or if you've pulled them in the packs if you're watching this. And the set has since released. But it's a great card. A lot of HP for 2 prizes. That's one thing about the EXs is the prizes are getting up there. So this can let you kind of prey on the little, not little, but smaller Vs and stuff like that. Once your opponent's taking 2 to 3 prizes, you're like, I'm going to get that Pokemon right there. So, Charizard, a great card, and it looks freaking sweet. Then we got Pidgey. The Pidgey in the list is one for Pokemon 151, but we do not have that one here. So, we're going to run Gust. But we got Pidgeot EX returning. Fireleaf Green, welcome back. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for any card and put in your hand. You cannot use more than 1 quick search per turn. 120, and discard a Stadium if you want. Free retreat cost, 280 HP. Pretty good there. So, you might not attack with it much. In testing in games, I have actually, you want the knockout, and you don't want to put your V up there. kind of a thing. Can get the knockout there or discard a stadium. That's annoying, but the ability to quick search, I mean, it says it all. Once during your turn, you can force Seal Stone. That's just what it is, to compare it for newer players. Once during your turn, force Seal Stone for anything you want. It's pretty crazy. Back in the day, it was crazy. It's going to be really, really good now. And you got the rare candy, so it can just help you get anything. So once you get that out, you know, it doesn't matter. You're like, wow, I need the boss's order. Oh, wait, I got it. Oh, I need this. Okay, I got it. You know, great card there, and just gets the job done. Very, very efficient, and it's a good pivot Pokemon because you bring it active. You just retrieve for free. So those are the only Pokemon in this list. Now we move on to the supporters. You got the 3 bosses order like we talked about. Switch your opponent's active, and then knock them out. We got 2 judges. Obviously, shuffle your hand, draw 4. What's great is you don't care because you have Pidgeot in your deck and you can just search out anything. We got the 3 Colress experiment. More and more of this card is finding its way into non-Lost Zone decks because you don't want to discard your hand with research, especially with rare candy decks. You kind of want to be able to hit them. And if you're not going to be able to play Irida and we do not have Skyla, Colress is a really good way to help you find your rare candy and get other cards out of there you might not need. Like, you don't need your 4th Arceus. You know, you can, like, all right, I can put that in the Lost Zone, all that stuff like that. So, just a really good, efficient supporter. Can lead to some tough decisions, but usually, you know, it does get you where you need to go. And we got 2 Iono. Each player shuffles their hand and puts on the bottom, draws how many prizes. All right, well, I'm going to draw 2. Then I'm just going to search for Pidgeot. So, Pidgeot and Iono existing is going to be very interesting because Iono is still very effective, but sometimes it's like, well, I hope they don't get the bottom. Oh, I'm just going to have a Pidgeot in play. Then we move on to the items. You obviously got the 4 Ultra Ball discard to get a Pokemon, help you set up. You got the 4 Nest Ball. Pretty simple there. You want to get those out. We got 4 Rare Candy. You got those Stage 2s in your deck. So, to play Rare Candy, your basic Pokemon has to be in play for a turn, so you cannot drop Charmander, Rare Candy, Charizard in the same turn. Pidgeot, you know, etc., etc. But it is still busted because it lets you skip the Stage 1, which is why there's no Pidgeotto in this deck and only 1 Charmeleon. You got the Lost Vacuum. Put a card from your hand in the Lost Zone. Choose a tool or stadium and play and put in the Lost Zone. So, like, if they got a Path to the Beak stuck and you need to search out that last card, or you can use your Charizard with that, or let's say they got a tool that's really annoying. They got the, you know, they got the Rock Chest Plate, or they got Tool Jammer to stop your choice, or whatever, you know, Experience Share, just any tool literally, and you can knock it out and get out of there and then not have to worry about that. You got the 1 switch. So basically your Pokemon, you don't really have anything you can get super stuck. Because you can just attack with everything, so it's not like you got like a barrel in there, you know, kind of a thing where it's like, God, I need to play like 3 switch. There is 1 escape rope as well, but you have the 1 switch because you could just switch out there easily. You got that 1 escape rope. Same thing, both of you switch, so if you got a pesky Pokemon in the active, you're like, well, I gotta get that last prize. I'm at a boss's order. You can just search, escape rope, and get the dub. You got the choice spell, obviously, do 30 more Vs. It does help you with the math against, like, let's say, other Arceus. Your Charizard, if they take 3 prizes, you're doing enough to knock them out there, or your other Arceus can hit 230 without a double turbo on and kind of get some knockouts. So it definitely helps you with math, or if you put 4 on for your opponent's taking 4 prizes, you can knock out a Mew VMAX in 1 hit, and that's pretty effective. You do have 2 Paths to the Peak, though. I know we talked about getting rid of Paths to the Peak, but even with Pidgeot on your deck, you know what? I just Iono'd you. You have a Pidgeot. I'm going to Pidgeot for Path to the Peak, and I'm going to lock you out while having what I need, which is pretty good. Or if you even draw the Path to the Peak off the Iono Judge, you know, anything like that, you can search for a card for next turn and path your opponent. And let's all pay attention to the adorable Snom in the corner. Then you have 1 new stadium, Pokemon League headquarters. The attack of each base Pokemon to play both your opponents is 1 colorless more. What's up, Lost Box? How you doing, Lost Box? What's up, Lost Box? Miraidon? Ting-Lu, just any basic one. Just remember to not drop at turn 1 if you're able to double turbo with your Arceus V, or you won't be able to attack, and it can get a little awkward. But still a great stadium, especially in the late game too. Your opponent's kind of wasted, or not wasted, but utilize the resources to get rid of other things, maybe on your path, and then you say, well, here, I'm locking in my Pokemon League headquarters, and your Charizard and Pidgeot circle it, while Arceus just stands out front and stares down your opponent's Sableye and say, you only have 1 energy, you cannot attack. So pretty cool there. It can also save you because, like, you need 3 for Raikou, 4 for Drake, etc., etc., literally any basic, but those are just some of the examples of things that it can be more efficient against. And we got 1 Lost City. Lost City, very good, especially against deck like Gardevoir. You can take out those Ralts early, and their opponent can get it back, because the big thing there is their ability to recycle the Ralts and stuff. So while they're attacking with Gardevoir, they're just powering them up more. and more, and just putting them in your way. And you can't really, like, you're getting rid of them, but you're taking one prize, but it's not really doing much. But this way with the Lost City, you can make sure they do not come back. We got 2 Double Turbo. The reason there's only 2 Double Turbo on this list is because you do have Charizard and the 8 Fire Energy, so that is pretty sweet. And you do finish it off with a Fire, obviously, to search out there with your Charizard. So, this deck has proven to be great so far. Early, obviously, it's early. You know, you're going to see Shaman in decks kind of thing, but, you know, Charizard players can adapt. There is a Charizard from Pokemon Go. That makes your Fire Energy cost 2. Your Fire Energy, I'm sorry, provide 2 energy, not cost 2. So they're double, which could be a good counter if you need to that. You know, like, oh, I'll drop my Go Charizard 2, and then boom, you're not, you know. The game of chess that is Pokemon counters sometimes. But I really like this list. This is the list I will be starting with when I go and test Charizard. When the set drops next week. If your local game store had a pre-release, be sure to check out that store. And if you're local to Las Vegas and you're watching this, we will have the product that Monday for sale, along with singles as well. So with that being said, again, I want to thank Fuko. Sorry, again, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to mess it up. That's on me. Hopefully I said that part okay. Everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, drop a comment on what other Obsidian Flames decks you want me to look at. I'm Josh Hatter, and I'll see everybody next time on the Tea Table.